So here's the deal, y'all. We've been getting a lot of, today is October the 22nd, 2018. And, you know, starting about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, maybe a month, a lot of information been coming across, you know, particularly having to do with housing, the housing market, the housing bubble we're in, and within this housing bubble, a lot of folks are saying, you know, there's been huge pullbacks to builders and building stocks, and the market is slowing down, basically, is what they're saying. Interest rates are going up, the market's slowing down. And what does slow down mean? Well, if interest rates go up, it makes buying power for consumer loans, those evaluations go down. You know, it makes it less appeasing for those loans. So, with higher interest rates. So, is that happening? I don't know. You know, I'm starting to see, you know, inventory hang out there on the market a little longer. But what does that matter? What does that mean for you and me, the investor? What does that mean for us? I'll tell you what that means. It means that if push comes to shove, if worst case scenario happens, which possibly could, meaning folks stop buying real estate, and then because real estate's too expensive, these consumers, then they're gonna have to go somewhere. They're gonna rent. They're gonna rent is what they're gonna do. They always rent. And it's gonna allow for your properties to have even less of a vacancy rate. But here's something interesting. Even during recessionary times, during real estate pullback times, rental property is one of the most recessionary proof investment vehicles you can own. Rental property. Rental property is. Residential rental property, to be more specific. Not very familiar when it comes to commercial, and I'm pretty confident that commercial businesses go under during that time frame. So does residential property, but there's so much residential property that even if the values of your residential property go down, it doesn't matter because you got tenants in and paying rent, so they'll come back up. You know, it's in your favor. It plays in your favor. Or you can see it come on the horizon. You can liquidate a few things. You can deleverage a couple of positions or a couple of properties, and then put some cash on the sideline, keep some still rented out, and then just in case worst case scenario happen, now you have a ton of cash. They're ready to go back in and level up times 10, right? So if 2008 happens